Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with risk. Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick your season off by starting your first game. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's the beginning of a new era for this young man in the pros. Rookie seasons can be notoriously tough for quarterbacks. We'll have to see how seamlessly he can make the jump from college to the next level. It's the Chargers going up against the Broncos.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for week one.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it, the tight end, Jeff Hireman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll set up to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Back to throw now on first down. He's got Green. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Virgil Green, 40 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run it again with Anderson. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, One broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Demaryius Thomas. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 69 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good, and sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Second down, Anderson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Play fake here on first down. Left side here to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll drop the throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. To throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. He'll look to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Virgil Green, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there of 22. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Booker on first down. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Green's got it over the middle. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw. They set up the screen to Booker. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Green 39.
They run again on first down. Anderson looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
All right, here we go.
Off off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let... It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
To throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
He keeps making plays like that when Carlos Henderson's name will be extended to Carlos Henderson, big play guy.
Well, he maybe wasn't the household name out of college, went to Louisiana Tech, but 19 touchdowns last year. That tied the number 5 overall pick, Corey Davis, for the most in D1. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Anderson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Following the penalty, Anderson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The schedule makers kind to the Broncos. Just one road game until October 22nd. After tonight, they get the Cowboys here next week. Then they're on the road at Buffalo in week 3 before coming back home to face the Raiders. Then an off week and then another home game against the Giants.
So it's a front-loaded schedule that they need to take big advantage of because the back end can be on the road a lot.
They give it to Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, 29 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time. Looking at week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Ich habe an Lautstärke nichts geändert. Ich habe gar nichts geändert.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just...
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game. Get ahead on your preparations for this week's game by setting up your game plan.
Dann machen wir mal ein Training. Mal gucken, ob ich da ein Gold kriege. Und wie geht's dir so, Günni? Günni?
right, gentlemen, we've made way too many mistakes this week, okay? Football's a simple game, but you keep making these silly mistakes.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Complete Pass, alles klar.
Here we go now. 319! 319! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90!
Na, ich denke mal, Silber werde ich nicht kriegen.
Set! 319! 319!
Abgefangen, leck mich doch am Arsch. Das war's auch, Silber. Mehr kriege ich nicht.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
So, 4000 Punkte habe ich, dann kann ich doch mal wieder mein Manic ein bisschen verbessern. Die tiefe Würfe, ja genau, einmal verbessern. Dann Draw unseren, das heißt werfen beim Laufen auch verbessern. Und schon ist mein Overall um 1 Punkt gestiegen. Yep. Superb. Mal gucken, was die Zeitung so schreibt. Oh, den Perfect Passer gerade. Oh, wollen wir doch mal gucken. Statistik. Wer das Game of the Week gewonnen hat. Ah, den habe ich gewonnen. Den Game of the Week. Das nenne ich doch mal. Player of the Week bin ich geworden. Juhu. Und start das Game. Player of the Week bin ich geworden.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Well, last week, just an unbelievable performance we saw from a quarterback at the very top of his game. He was just toying with that secondary. Can he lead them to another win in this one? It's the Cowboys going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great minds.
Hallo. Dennis. Die machen gleich einen Touchdown, so ist das nicht. Ihr seht hier jetzt. So, und jetzt?
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And there are the numbers for C.J. Anderson on the ground last week. 14 carries, 88 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Nein, den hat er gefummelt. Leck mich doch am Arsch.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Wann hat er denn gefummelt? Der war am Boden. Ey, Alter. Jetzt Challenge stehen. Der war am Boden. So, das ist kein Fumble. Am Challengen. Mensch. Und ich spiele doch nur Terry. Ich bin kein Trainer. Der soll challengen. Jawohl, es wird gechallenged. So, am Boden ist er und dann ist er erst raus. So, am Boden ist er. Das ist kein Fumble. Danke.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game.
Der war auf dem Boden, weil wenn man auf dem Boden ist, dann ist das kein Fumble.
Now you go over the top, take it
Aber so wie man auf dem Boden ist, ist das Spiel nicht zu Ende.
He'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. But other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Broncos.
Jetzt kann ich richtigen Spielzug auswählen. Ja, den nehmen wir.
3 yards remaining here on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Jawohl, das war der Richtige. Ja, Penner.
C.J. Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going
Jetzt haben die auch gefummelt. Die haben wirklich gefummelt. Ja, aber die haben dann selbst wieder zurückgecovert. Das ist doch verwerflich. Ja. Warum krieg ich immer die Strafen, Alter? Meine Leute sind bescheuert, und dann auch noch so eine große Strafe. Dann kriegst du mehr. Oh, nein. Okay. Da läuft jetzt einer in die Mitte und den muss ich schon versuchen. Ah. Das läuft in die Mitte. Also.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the grab by Croft. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green.
They'll set up to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Both Sanders and his running mate, Demaryius Thomas, have been over 1,000 yards each the last 3 seasons. Demaryius Thomas takes care of a lot of stuff downfield. Emmanuel Sanders likes to work inside the margins.
Great compliment for each other, aren't they?
Yeah, they work very well together.
Press.
Mal gucken, ob das funktioniert.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Green. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Taken in by Henderson. Avoids him, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Es hat immer noch 2 Minuten, um zu reagieren. Schafft er aber nicht. Hervorragend.
Now from out in Southern California, it's the Chargers out to an early lead. Phillip Rivers with 1 touchdown pass thus far. He'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And some room to maneuver. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Es sind nur noch 29 Sekunden. Wenn er schnell ist, ist er das. Weil der hat ja noch 3 Timeouts. Von daher ist es noch dran. Einen Timeout hat er jetzt gemacht, den zweiten. Jetzt trifft ihm die Zeit aus. Jetzt werde ich mal schaffen. 10 Perfekten. Jetzt hab ich noch ein bisschen. Ah, nee, das war's.
In Oakland, Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. Derek Carr with 2 first-half touchdown passes. The third quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
They'll look
to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Gets by and out of the daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And now first down following that long game.
Green ist es. Green und Preston drauf, beide.
They'll look to throw here. Green with a catch left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ein Quarterback-Sneak, den können wir mal machen. Es sind ja nur noch Inches. Nur noch mal Quarterback-Sneak.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now this time he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Virgil Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon, I would imagine. Southern California. Chargers have just stretched their lead with a score. Phillip Rivers, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3-19.
They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And he's got room. C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
10th carry now for Anderson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And so C.J. Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Anderson, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
All right, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And caught right side, Green. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. A high-scoring affair, and the Chargers have now taken the lead. Phillip Rivers hovering around 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdown throws as well. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have...
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the...
All right, gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff is on it. Simplify the game plan.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
You know what, man? That was pretty darn good. You know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You got
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, last week, just an unbelievable performance we saw from a quarterback at the very top of his game. He was just toying with that secondary. Can he lead them to another win in this one? It's the Broncos going up against the Bills.
All right, Larry, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at what's now known as New Era Field here in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Denver Broncos. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And there are the numbers for C.J. Anderson on the ground last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from.
A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the... Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control.
So the Broncos coming out now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drop.
Demaryius Thomas, the 30, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, 82 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Looking to throw. And the grab by Croft. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bills haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Broncos have come in and looked good as the road team.
And we will skip the highlight show. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And that's complete to Croft. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a give. Running right is Anderson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Back to the ground, Anderson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant.
They run. Anderson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock. Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Anderson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Fowler's got it. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw...
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. Cam Newton, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me...
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Set! 319! 319!
All right, you've got one shot left. We're going for gold.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get lazy. There's more steps ahead, so you got to keep it up.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The hatred runs deep between these teams, and no position feels the pressure of a rivalry game more than quarterback. Can this fella look past the emotion of the game and deliver a victory for his team? It's the Raiders going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the picturesque city of Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now
First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And there are the numbers for C.J. Anderson on the ground last week. 14 carries, 76 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 111 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here we go now.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Green with a catch left side. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Screenplay, Anderson. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And, oh, he'll be shoved to the turf that time, right at the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A dump off to Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Getting the call is Anderson running left. And some space here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He'll look to throw. The catch is made, Benny Fowler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Sanders has got it complete. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fowler. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Not only did they drop, it looked like an interception in the end zone.
Los Angeles, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Nick Foles, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throw here out of the gun. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Field right. Hurry up, here we go.
On third down, it's Anderson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Benny Fowler as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run the counter now on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fowler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Double tight, guys, double tight. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down around the 37.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
3-19.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. In the red zone this time.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
They'll run. Anderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go now.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line.
I don't know how precision game. That's just
Checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And give that one to the Cardinals. They wind up winners. Blaine Gabbert, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And coming out now, the Broncos. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Warum schießt er nicht mehr der Vogel?
Charles, I think when the schedule comes...
Knapp, aber gewonnen. Hätte ich Timeout machen sollen. Dann müsste er schießen. So, 1800 Punkte habe ich. Gut zu wissen. Dann muss ich noch das Training machen. Und schon habe ich 2000 Points. Ich habe ein freies Wochenende, auch gut. So. Karate, genau. Die tiefen Pässe. Die habe ich schon auf 85 jetzt, die tiefen Pässe. Das ist super.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's game time, and no doubt this fella's ready to go. Time for him to add to those passing stats and hopefully add a win to their record, too. It's the Giants going up against the Broncos.
Okay, Larry, we are located a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building here in downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New York Giants. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full...
Play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man complete. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He'll look to throw, and that's complete to Croft. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tyler Croft, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And Denver getting set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Ja, durch ist er. Ich glaub's nicht.
Anderson. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 81 yards, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole, and off he goes.
Nein, den extra Point hat er verschossen. Ich glaub's nicht. Oh, 19 Jahre Wie viel ist das natürlich immer?
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Nein, Alter, Scheibenkleister. Ist er da irgendwo hängen geblieben?
Second and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles.